Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode of Friday Night Explore, we're going to explore the memeiest of all meme decks, Leyline Zur. So, I tried to craft this entire deck myself, and to middling success, but I had to do a lot of changes to this deck. In the beginning, I thought about just running all the Leylines and then try to get Zur. Then I thought about, hey, Zur is Esper, maybe I just run Esper color. And then I thought about, Zur works really well with Overlord, so I should probably run some Overlord in there. And at the end, I ended up with this freaking 5-color deck somehow that has a bunch of Leylines, 10 Leylines total. Let me put this to the front here because we're not hardcasting them. We got 4 Leyline of Sanctity, so that we don't get Thoughtseize and we don't get burned in our face. We got 4 Leyline of the Void. This is the main reason why I wanted to use Leylines, because kills all combo decks. Any graveyard synergy, Grease Fang, Phoenix, Reanimator, gone. Leyline of the Void will stop them. Sometimes they have Into the Flood Maul, which will kill one of your Leylines. So that's why I have 2. Or that's why I would like to have 2 on board. And that's why there's 4 in the deck, so I can always get more Leyline out if I need to. And then we also have 2 Leyline of the Guildpact. It's technically 4-color, 5-color deck because we have some domain. So, this is going to be pretty helpful. Leyline of the Guildpact will just give us domain quickly and make our land base as versatile as we want it to be. So 10 Leylines total. Then we're going to have 4 Nowhere to Run as a removal, but also an enchantment version removal, so that we can always use our Zur to turn our Nowhere to Run into an attacking creature if we need to. And we also have 4 Up the Beanstalk, our sole card draw of the deck. When you draw cards, there's a lot of things that we can do to draw cards. Up the Beanstalk will help us do that. And then we have 4 Zur, the Eternal Schemer. So this is the heart of the deck. Whenever we have Leylines and they're not doing much, especially if you have multiple Leylines on board, turn them into creatures and hit your opponent with it. They have Death Touch, Lifelink, and Hexproof. So guess what? Your opponent can't really target them, and you gain life so they can't burn you out fast enough. And it only takes 2 mana to activate, so it's pretty useful in a Leyline deck. Then onto the 5 mana drop, we have 2 Cruelty of Gix and 4 Overload the Hauntwood. Now, first let's talk about Hauntwood, because that's technically a 3-mana card, right? We're going to pay 3 to impend it almost always, and then Zur can turn it into a creature if we need to. In the meantime, it's going to give us an extra land, and yeah, that land is Domain. That land is every basic land type, so it activates Domain immediately. That's very important, but we'll talk about that later. First, we'll talk about Cruelty of Gix. This is what I have to tech in. I cut 2 Leyline of the Guildpact and tech into Cruelty of the Gix. The idea is that Cruelty of the Gix is an enchantment, so Leyline can turn it into a creature if we need to, but the first turn we get some information about our opponent's hands, some disruption. And the second turn, we get to search for a card, which is sorely needed in this deck. We need to be able to search out our Up the Beanstalk when we're missing card draw, or if we're kind of dying and we need to have something to kind of gain life out of it, we search for a Zur. If we have 5 mana to play Cruelty, we'll have 5 mana to use Zur and activate his ability. So that's kind of the idea. And then for the last turn, we get to put a creature card from the graveyard into the battlefield. If our opponent kills our Zur, we bring Zur back. If we have an Overlord in the graveyard, we bring Overlord back. And Cruelty of Gix will die. But we don't really worry about that too much, because when we use Zur to turn Cruelty into a creature, and they kill Cruelty anyways, it's going to die. If they don't kill Cruelty, then at the very least, we already attacked and dealt damage, right? So it's not the reanimating card that matters. So we could also reanimate our opponent's cards, should that ever be a thing, but I don't think so, especially with Leyline of the Void out. And then we go to the end game, which is not actually end game. Leyline Binding, we want to domain it, so it's actually a 1-drop. And it also triggers Up the Beanstalk beautifully. And then we have Her Migration, which for 2 mana, for the 2 mana site, right, we can put it as a 2 mana drop. We get to look for a basic land to put in our hand. Otherwise, it's just 7 mana, get a wide board, and trigger Up the Beanstalk for card draw. The wide board can maybe get us games where we cannot, it's difficult for us to finish. And this is kind of the weakest card of the deck, where I'm not sure if there's a better card for 7 mana in this deck, or a better card for 5 mana or more in this deck rather than Her Migration. I haven't found one yet, but this is gaining life in the early game, and that might be important against burn decks. So that's why Her Migration is also in this deck. And then, let's talk about the land base. It's actually kind of wonky, because I only have 24 lands in the deck, but I don't think I'll ever miss land drops because, well, let's look at it this way, right? These are early game cards that They're Leylines that we don't pay mana for. And then our actual curve just curves into Overlord, because Overlord is going to give us lands at 3 mana. And then the only card that costs more than 3 mana is Cruelty of the Gix. We want to play Leyline for 1, which we can get with Domain, and Her Migration we can play for 2, just to get us a basic land when we don't have lands. And when we do have lands, when we do get flooded, then we're not worried about having to cast a 7-drop. So that's why 24 lands in the deck, 2 plains, 1 island, 2 swamp, 1 mountain, 3 forests. Got a lot of green, that's why we have 3 forests. We got a little bit more black spell, so we have 2 swamps. And of course we want to be able to cast Leyline Binding, so we got 2 plains. And then we have 1 island and 1 mountain to just get us Domain if we need to. I think you can cut the mountain. I don't think it's ever useful, but I had the mountain in there just because I want to get Domain. And then the dual color lands, we have 2 Godless Shrine, 2 Temple Garden, black, white, and then green white, because again we need a lot more, we need a little bit of white, and then green black, we need a lot more green black, so 3 Overgrown Tomb, because most of the deck is green and black. And then we have 4 Fable Passage, also to help us fetch our basic lands when we need to. And more importantly, I actually tech in 4 Mana Confluence. A lot of people don't run this card because it pays 1 life to add mana. But if you have Leyline the Guildpact, you don't have to pay 1 life anymore, because the Guildpact just makes it a basic land of every type, so you can just add mana if you need to. And losing life is not much of a thing, especially when you can use it to activate Zur, because Zur gives our things lifelink, right? So this is helping us fix our 4-color land base a little bit more. And that's the whole idea of this crazy, janky, meme deck in Leyline Zur. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Stompy. Well, I wonder what he's going to be playing. We're going to go first. Ooh. It's a lot of Leylines. Got 2 passage, 4 up the Beanstalk. Alright, Stompy. Let's see you stomp. Both. I think we're going to get a black mana. Either way, the Fable Passage, the other Fable Passage gives us the white mana. Up the Beanstalk. Another up the Beanstalk, okay. Because that one's getting countered. Blue-white control? Oh. Well, that's not smart. If you have a combo, it's gone. What does he have? Is that Abzin? Is that Abzin? Oh, look. That's it. GG just because I had Leyline. Okay, goodbye. Alright, our opponent is Akarito. They go first. 1? Oh, fine. I guess we only got the 1. Yeah, a little slow for that. Intertapped. That's probably a counterspell, right? Don't want to throw in up the Beanstalk into a counterspell, so maybe I just put a land tapped and say go. Okay. I was not expecting this. I hope he knows what he's doing. What did he exile? Portable Hull and Invasion to Vada. Collector's Vault. Yeah, you collect that Vault, alright. I can take this out. Does slow him down. Otherworldly Gaze again. Nice combo deck. It'd be a shame if all of your stuff just gets exiled. See, I could play up the Beanstalk here, but I would much rather Her Migration to a blue, right? Okay, GG. This is degenerate. It's just all aggro or combo. Nobody's doing anti-combo. Alright, our opponent is Stammy the Zombie. You kind of look like a zombie there. You're gonna go first. We got one Leyline. Let's try it. Tap. What are they gonna play here? Black Lotus Sleeves. Not looking like a mono red player, but with the Black Lotus Sleeves, but I could be wrong, as I usually am. What else is happening there, buddy? Soulscar Mage. Well, that's as mono red as it gets. No pumps, huh? I have to do it right now. It's not looking great. They're both prowess. If I just take the damage, I have to take the damage next turn, and yeah, I don't really get much out of this. So do I hold up the Her Migration next turn? Because I could overlore. Light up the stage. Yeah. It's got card draw for days. Leyline of Sanctity. It would have been nice if I had an opening. Okay. So I Her Migration into a land. Or I can overlore. The next turn I'll have 4 lands. It's something I have to do right now. It's unfortunate. But the Overlord gets a little bit faster. I don't know if I can last 3 turns, but let's try it out. And then Leyline of Sanctity. I can hardcast it. It's not going to be very nice. Definitely pitching the Her Migration for a land. And hopefully that would be enough to give me that 3 life and then Leyline bind his next creature. What the hell is this? Target opponent may have risk factor, deal 4 damage to them. If that player doesn't, you draw 3 cards. Do I want to take 4? Yeah. 3 cards is probably more than 4 damage anyways. I am taking more damage. But now he can't burn me no more. This is target, right? Each, not targeting. Oh boy. If I can get Zur, that would help. He sees the white Leyline, he sees the black Leyline. He's thinking about how he's going to deal damage to me. The mono faces Kakuzen. Now that's one way. What does this do? 3 damage? Okay. Oh, he can't deal it to me. Does he want to pump? He doesn't pump. Oh well. I Leyline bind your monastery, Swiss Sphere. Still has a pump spell. I think the skewer is a sorcery, right? Yeah, so it's a pump spell. Or maybe it's an instant speed damage spell. Okay. Go down even lower, huh? But he can't burn me, so I think it's fine. I'm gonna go down to 6. Overlord of the Haunt Wood. I would hunt. I would haunt the hell out of you. Oh man, that's... I need some life gain fast. But not drawing Zur. Definitely what I needed here. Another Leyline of Sanctity. Don't think I want to play the second Leyline here. I would want to hold up her migration for just that life gain if I need it. The Kumano is facing the Kakazan. Play with fire. Play with fire. Still gotta do 1 more damage. Spikefield Hazard. I don't need to fetch this turn. Oh, okay. Now we're talking. Go Zur. Zur goes blur. Let's see. Yeah. I'll take 2. GG! How we getting life out of a red deck? Take that! Thank for Zur. Alright, our opponent is Noth. He missed an R there. We go first. We got Zur. That's all we got, but we got Zur, right? Let's... Huh. We get a green here, we can up the Beanstalk, but then we can't play Zur. Do we wait? Yeah. Okay, if I get a green here, I will not be able to play Zur. I will wait on the Fable Passage then. Because I can always Mana Confluence the Beanstalk. If they're Abzan or Mardu Greasefang, this is a heavy punish. But if they have Thoughtseize, I don't have White Leyline to protect me, unfortunately. And this hand does get tear apart by Thoughtseize. So let's see what happens. I wish to know where to run is White Leyline. That's what I wish, right? And I wish the Fable Passage was a... I don't know. I actually don't know what I wish for. Maybe another Mana Confluence? That's just a lot of life. Dude. Okay! What a freaking loser. Just because of 1 Leyline, he didn't even play a spell. Alright, our opponent is Meek Jab. Oh no, get the jab. We're gonna go first. 3 Leylines. No card draw. Well, 3 Leylines it is. Use Fable for a white. Swamp. It's Fable for a white. Can't Thoughtseize me. Oh, new Leyline. Cool. Okay. I guess you can do that. There goes your escape. Waste? Not. Yeah, I guess. Not very nice, but I get it. Liliana of the Veil.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit when we win.
Taking your Liliana.
I'll be back. With... we all have things we'd rather...
They don't have creatures in their deck. What did he discard? A Duress. Mana Confluence. There, now I have no creatures. Or no cards to discard. Oh, my cruelty. Yeah, it's just gone. Up the beanstalk. Well, Overload would have been pretty useful, but no lands. Second waste not. What else is happening? Okay, I draw a card. You get 2 mana. You get 4 mana. Not gonna use them? Wait, can I add this? I can just use this to add mana, huh? Let's see, what could I play off 2 mana here? Maybe up the Beanstalk, but it might be more fun to just have a land. Yeah, just have an extra land here. Herd Migrate. That's something. Crawling Barrens. Wow, okay. I do like the Leyline Binding, but honestly, like, is it gonna do much? Probably, right? I'm not gonna be able to cast the Herd Migration anyways. And he's probably just gonna make me discard the Leyline Binding as well. But he also has to get rid of the Overlord. There it is. I could have gotten the Her Migration. Oh well. Guess we'll draw a card, see what we get out of this. Not a Zur. Oh. Okay. Sending his Crawling Baron to its death. Love it. Sack our Fabled Passage for a land. I don't think it matters what land, but we get a mountain. I play a forest? Nah, I think you can have this. Let's discard a Godless Shrine. What did he? Thoughtseize. Okay. Shelly, huh? Pass to attack. Pass to end turn. Let's get rid of them Shelly. First I draw a card. Alright, Zur, you're gonna have to do some stuff. Let's turn one of the Leyline Sanctity into a creature. Go for the throw. A little soon for that, don't you think? We will also turn Leyline of the Guildpact into a creature. I have Domain, and I have 7 lands, so I can per migration if I need to. Ah, the Void can go. It's a lot of cards in his hand. Liliana.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people touch my things.
He's gonna make me discard? Oh, he is.
Drop it.
Is he hoping for a land? I don't know. I mean, he has a land anyways. Let's see what else happens. Shieldred's Edict. Binding. Cool. If I take his Waste Knot, he loses his engine.
It's no fun when they hit back.
Yep. It's not fun. Especially with 4 Leylines. That's all my Leylines. One up the Beanstalk, 1 Zur, 4 Leylines. That's unfortunate. Another Shieldred. I have no way of killing this Shieldred now. Especially not with the Fable Passage. I can top deck a Zur. There's probably a lot of kill spells in there. I have Cruelty, which can bring me back my Zur. I have 1 Cruelty left, right? I have Overlords. I do have that. It's coming at me. Zur is lifelink, so he might not see it coming. I need the Leyline Sanctity to still be alive. Me hook Massacre for 4. Okay. Still got land. Still got Leyline of the Void. I think I'll just die here, right? Attacks. Go down to... yeah, it's GG. Ah! The draws are not going to help. Alright, our opponent is RT Seri. We're going to go first. Man, this would be a good hand if I had a green source, like at all. As such, I got a mulligan. Yeah, those are technically green source, right? Guess we'll keep. We'll put back her migration? Is that smart? Swamp. Thoughtseize. There goes my up the Beanstalk. Still need to get a green, I think. Does he have another Thoughtseize? I mean, I don't think it matters. Bandit's Talent. Yeah, discard decks. Fuck me. I just want to get out of here now. Go blank. I have no cards left. Good luck. Hive. Level 2. Yeah, I don't think it matters. Sanctity. Finally, I got Sanctity. Took forever. Now that I don't have a hand, I don't think it matters as much. Alright, I'm gonna have 2 Overlords. Let's see if that's good enough. He draws 2 cards. I draw no card. He can't target me, and all his stuff gets exiled. That's barely anything, honestly. Sunken Citadel. Waste not. I don't have anything to discard, so... yeah. What else you got? He has a play. I think it's go for the throw. Because not Fatal Push. Fatal Push can't hit Overlord anyways. This costs 3, so he can't play that. So he has something to play. Probably can kill one of the Overlords. Oh. Go Zur. Zur goes Blur. Leyline of the Void. I don't think I need the Void as much as Sanctity. And also my Overlords have Hexproof, Death Touch, Lifelink, so... you can't target them. I get 2 free lands. I don't know if they'll help, but this is 16 damage if he just takes it. And because he didn't kill my Overlord, now he has to just take it. I'm at 30. I have no card for him to discard. 1 extra mana, I could have got the Leyline of Sanctity to also turn into a creature. Then he would have died. Oh man. Oh yeah. The draws were a little too slow for this game. But hey, Zur still got us through some tough spots. He needs to have several removal. It's probably just freaking Meathook Massacre now. Oh no, just good game. Just good game. Discard all my cards, but Zur saved us. Alright, our opponent is Big Loda. That name sounds very dumb. But hey, you know, Sanctity, 3 Zurs. I've never gotten a good hand with this deck, like once. We got Guildpact. Put away the Overlord, I guess. I don't think I'm going to use the Leyline Binding turn 1 anyways, especially with up to Beanstalk. It's a good thing he didn't Thoughtseize me, or I'd be pretty sad. Beanstalk. Okay, another Leyline Binding. Yes, his Beanstalk. Can I please draw a land? No, I cannot. Let me draw a land here. I would like to draw 2 cards. Take that out. No card draw for you. You want to Overlord? You Overlord, but you got to do it the honest way. Another? Really? Alright, we're going to draw 2 cards like this. Then, we're going to draw 2 cards like this. Ahaha! Take that! Oh man, the Guildpact got us the game. We didn't even get to Zur yet. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen all of those games, how do you feel about this deck? I gotta be honest, I cut a lot of games that I lost where I either did not draw any Leylines, or I did not draw Zur and I just had Leylines out and I just kind of got beat up by whatever our opponent has. So I would say this deck had maybe a 50% win rate, maybe even lower. I lost count. There were a few games where I got a little bit salty because I draw the white Leylines and our opponent was playing just you know, the control counterspell heavy decks, and the white Leylines didn't do anything. And then there are games where I draw black Leyline and our opponent's playing red and they just aggro us to death, and they had no combo. So I don't even think there's fine tuning that can be done with this deck. It's just mean, but it was definitely fun to play, and it was very fun to win with this because, you know, we just slammed the Zur and turned our Leylines into 4/4 beatsticks and just watch our opponent cry. And that was fun. I wish there was an up to Beanstalk that says 4 or greater. Even if it costs 3 or 4, I'd be happy with that kind of card because, you know, all the Leyline costs 4. But yeah, as I mentioned in the intro, I don't know if Her Migration is the right card. I don't think I ever had to use Her Migration for something other than gaining life and getting a land. And maybe there's a better 5 draw for that. It doesn't cost 7, but you know, I always like it in my hand because I had that inevitability, and I know that I could win with it if nothing else. But when it comes to this deck, right, it's really just draw dependent, it's luck dependent, and if we're able to get the right Leyline and the right time to play Zur, you are able to win. And definitely, it's not a deck we can play on just Esper. Up to Beanstalk and Overlord of the Hunwood got us more game than I can count. So we definitely needed this green splash. We don't need the blue splash, so you don't need the island, and we don't need the red splash, so you don't need the mountain, because to play Zur, really the only time that mattered is when we had Domain, which means that Overlord of the Hunwood was out and Leyline Binding was out. And you can get Domain by Overlord of the Hunwood, by Leyline of the Guildpact. So, and then you can cast Zur with the Mana Confluence anyway. So I don't think we need the island or the mountain, but I could be wrong, right? And I have nothing else to say. It's just really fun to play. It's not a good deck in any mean. In any mean, don't take it to a tournament and hope to win, because you're not gonna. But when you're bored and you want to try some meme deck or janky decks, that's it. This is why I want to play Magic. This is why I love playing Magic, because of dumb combos like this, which is not so bad it can never win a game, but also it's not so good that it's overwhelming. It's just fun to kind of shoot off on your opponent. There's some cards that I can still think about, like adjusting. Nowhere to Run. It is good removal, but I don't think I ever turn into a creature to attack with. Maybe it's better just to be a go for the throw, or a Bitter Triumph even. Sometimes a Bitter Triumph might be good. We can discard Zur and Cruelty it back. And like I said, Her Migration, maybe there's some other cards that can work with it. I still think 24 lands is perfect, because we get lands out, and then we don't need damage lands because we curve out on 3. That's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.